Hey YouTube, everybody out there, good morning. Me and the first mate Hugo here. We both have our respective cups of Joe. Another windy, humid, muggy New Jersey morning. So welcome to this episode of Pipe Chats. I have just a cup of coffee, but the first mate, he likes to spice it up a little bit. And he's got a shot of rum in his cup of coffee. So just lit up the pipe this morning, and I really didn't know what to talk about on this episode of Pipe Chats. Been trying to think about, what to do. I was going to do a book review on this, so maybe I'll just talk about that for a minute. For a friend of mine and her channel, uh, she gave me a shout out on her video, so I'm going to give her a shout out and talk about this book. But I gotta keep it PG, because I never know when my 10-year-old daughter is going to sneak on YouTube and watch my stuff. So, on here, I get on here, I curse a little bit, I do all the crazy stuff with Hugo here. So, I kind of gotta watch what I say sometimes, so I never know when she's going to watch or what video, so I try to keep an eye on that. So, this book, my friend asked me, does it stand the test of time? I'd say yes. It's The House by Bentley Little. It's a horror novel. So those of you who like that genre, horror, Dean Koontz is the next novel. This is the next novel I want to talk about that I'm working on. And it's basically about five strangers about to discover that they share a shark bond, a haunted childhood, a shocking secret, a memory of the houses they lived in, each eerily identical to the next. So that's basically what this book is about. These five people live in the identical, same mansion type style house as you see depicted on the front cover here. And they're all run by this weird caretaker there, and this little girl that they think is his daughter. But you find out later that they're both the embodiment of good and evil. Basically, the house is on the borderline between this world and the next, and basically it needs people living in the house. So, granted, it's very sexually explicit, very pornographic, very, like, I'm talking like sick. Okay, so I can't go into it. I can't even give anything away. Because I gotta keep this PG, and so. But regardless, it still stands the test of time. I think, in my eyes, it's very good, real quick read for me. I think I haven't read that since 1999. And going into it again, it doesn't, still gave me kind of the creeps in the right places. So, on another note, the next book I'm reading is TikTok by Dean Koontz, and this one is not dated at all. It seems, can be, take place today. It basically it covers like a 24-hour period of time, the whole entire book, and I'm not even at the end yet. But about this guy, he's a Vietnamese American who's a novelist, and somebody, for some whatever reason, has dropped off a voodoo doll on his front porch, who then emerges as this nightmarish, Lovecraftian creature with demon wings and tentacles and all kinds of suction cups, and hunts him down, and basically the times, and writes on his little computer, TikTok. The deadline is morning. So basically he thinks he's got to last till morning, so he's on the run. He meets this chick, and that's where we're at right now. And if I can keep my pipe lit, maybe this will be a Pipe Chats video. But it's very humid out. Tobacco was kind of wet. I was out in a rush, trying to get this video up before I hear any lawn work or anything else going on, so you guys can hear me and I don't have to yell. But yeah, TikTok is really good too, and I like the fact that it has actually talks about Lovecraft in it, and actually gives reference to it at one scene in the book. So, that's what's going on in the Captain's Neck of the Woods as far as the books go. What else is going on the channel? Not too much. As you saw from my last video, I did the taste test tasting for the stout. There's nothing else going on in the brew shed, the brew house. I'm not sure what I want to do next. As regard to beers, it's getting to be, that fine line mark where I got to start my pumpkin ale. I do a pumpkin beer every year, and I either start it in August and let it sit for a couple months in the bottles before I start drinking them in October. I may push that to September and just drink it a little bit earlier. I don't know. I gotta see the way it goes, and plus the temperatures in the house have been staying around 75. I like to brew that a little bit lower, because sometimes I think with the vegetable that you add in there, I mean, oh my god, that came up to like 9% last year, and I got a lot of residual sugars out of the pumpkin. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know what I'm going to do with the recipe. Maybe cut back on the pumpkin, do like 2 cans of pumpkin instead of the 3. I don't know. Other than that, this weekend, what's coming up? My daughter's birthday. It's Thursday, and we're going away. We're going to go to Lancaster, PA, for like a little getaway, as well as going to Hershey Park. So, never been there, so it's going to be exciting. It's exciting for her, for her 5th birthday. So, I may shoot some footage with the phone, and just upload it, some family fun or something. See what the first mate's getting up to, put him on a roller coaster. I don't know. But you never know with this channel, like I said. It's an adventure, my friends. It is an adventure. So, me and Hugo, yes, we are hitting the road again. We are on another adventure. And by the way, I'm going to try and look for some tasty brews along the way if I can. Getting out of New Jersey, maybe I can find some other beers that I can't find here. So we'll see. Maybe some malt liquors. Like I said, I've been trying to find different varieties to do a taste test on the channel for Malt Liquor Fridays or whatever the heck I'm doing. But yeah, other than that, it's just the same old. Work has been a nightmare. So let's get this depressing note off the chance. If you guys have ever been in a job or in a field where it's physical labor, I've been a house painter for years, my whole life, and when the market dried up, I decided to do something else, and then went to custodial work in the schools because it provides me with health care and everything like that, which is really good. I get the same health care as the teachers, and it's the best in the state, I think. Better than my wife's. If I were to sit there and lose this job or whatever, my wife's is horrible, because the companies don't want to pay. The school pays like a lot of money. I mean, even though they take a lot more out of my check, it's not as much as the other companies do, because they don't even come close to the way how much the school pays. But they know I'm a house painter, and the boss likes to exploit that. So, which I mind it and I don't mind it, because after a while it starts getting old. Every year I've been like the go-to paint guy. They got a project to do. Oh, let's get the captain to do it. And the next thing you know, I'm rolling the walls again, or doing special projects. And then, as a professional, I'm looking at this like, yeah, I'm painting over wallpaper with 2 coats of paint. And really, with wallpaper, you're supposed to peel it off. You're supposed to peel it off, strip it down, and then paint the walls. But they ain't gonna go that route. So I'm like, as a professional, like, this is stupid, and kind of a waste of my time, because you want to do the best as you can, because I still have that need to, be perfectionist in my work, But at the same time, after a while, I just throw my hands up like I don't care. Like, I'm rolling classrooms out with the brick wall where you have like all the little Swiss cheese holes inside the brick, and it can't be nothing easy, right? Can't be like just put the same color on, just touch it up, and be nice and easy. Just roll it on. No, changing like whites to blues and oranges to whites. You're talking 2, 3 coats, and it's like day in and day out, man. I'm starting, go in, do the job. I'm I'm crawling out of the bed in the morning, because again, I'm taking care of my children in the morning, so it's like I'm not getting, the sleep, can't just like sleep, man. So I'm crawling out of that bed like, oh man, with all these aches and pains that I haven't used in a while, from rolling and working on ladders, so my ankles and my feet, but. Yeah, it's what they do, man. I find out in this type of field, they find out that you know a trade or you know something, they're gonna exploit it. I'm not gonna get any extra money. I'm in house, Same goes for the maintenance crew now. They wanted they went. Supposedly, I heard that they got they want to do some sort of bulletproof glassing on the doors or something, like some sort of film, so if a shooter were to come in and shoot the glass out in the classroom door, it wouldn't just shatter and come in. So they want to put a film on there, but they want to put like this plastic or wood type of trim around it and then put the film on, or something like that. But they have a company, construction guy, wanted to like exuberant amount of money. I don't even know. I mean, to do all the schools, every single school, so they want to like buku money. And they asked one of the maintenance guys, "Yeah, how hard is it to do that?" And he's like, put his foot in his mouth. "Oh no, it's easy. All you do is this, this, and this." He's doing it now. They saved millions of dollars, and they got him doing it in house. And now I talked to him the other night, and he was like, I got filters to clean. I'm supposed to be cleaning all the filters in the the air conditioning units and stuff like that. I'm doing this project now. I got no time to do that. It's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to do the filters? You want me to do this? I can't do both. Because you got one guy running around here doing all this stuff. And see, that's the thing. They like to push a lot of stuff on you. If they know you can do it and get away with it, then you're going to have to do it, But, I mean, I don't mind painting because the smelling paint isn't bad for me. Like, I've been doing it for years, so it doesn't bother me. Like, some people get headaches, things like that. And plus, the paint nowadays has been more green, and they've been doing stuff to it. But except for the other day, or last week, they had me painting stairwells with no ventilation with oil paint. Now, that stuff's like $100 a gallon now because they don't even want to sell it. It's poison. It's bad for the earth, and it's bad for me. And so I got that shit done like that. In that night, I just got that shit done, and then, I'm like, I just did touch-ups on it. I just did that handrail tops. I said, I ain't doing this whole damn thing. Are you crazy? I'll be asphyxiated in here. I'll be dead. I remember using oil paint years ago. Spraying doors with it and things like that. I mean, I drive home like half comatose, high as a kite from breathing that stuff in all day. And even using a respirator mask, fumes still permeate because it wasn't the type of, it wasn't a vapor mask. It was just a dust mask. One of those, spray masks, but it had the dust filters, not the kind like you see the construction crews with the big purple things or whatever. Those are like air filter ones where they're like supposed to filter out any fumes and toxicities. Back in the day, I'm 17, 18 years old. I didn't care about that shit. To put on what the old man bought me, So, I know this is getting long-winded. I try to keep these videos short, but hey, Captain gets going. So, till we do it again, my friends, remember, let's set sail.